And you gotta, because I mean, I was literally just going to mention my good friend, Mr. King. We love Carlos, both of us.
We
and me.
We really do. I know.
But I would write in. I don't even trust Robyn. You'd have to write it in the contract. Here's $5 and you get your full balance on the end of the season when Juan appears on. Okay, so this is Juan, this is your salary. Every time Juan appears, you get this portion of it. At the end, you're making your, like, say she makes, I don't know, just say, to keep it easy, $500,000 an episode a year. Say there's 5 episodes. There's not. I'm just making it up. I would say episode 1 with Juan, you get $100,000. Episode 2, no Juan, you get 0. Episode 3, he decided that the heat's too much, 0. Okay, so we're going to give you $500,000. He showed up for 2 of the 5. You get $200,000. The other $300,000, fuck yourself. I don't even trust Robyn if they did that the way Carlos just describes it. I think you have to write it into the contract of, like, he needs to be on it. I mean, I agree. I just think something needs to be done in Potomac. I mean, to me, the MVP is still Candiace, not just because I liked her. I think she's the only one. I think Karen Huger is very humorous. Keep her too. There ain't no wrong rope for the Grand Dame. Grand Dame, you better fucking show up and you better start talking about your actual life, Grand Dame. And I think
there's much going on. I mean, Ray, what is Ray doing? You know, she
has the fragrant. But that's my whole point with, like, last season of Beverly Hills. Like, guys, we had such Luann and Tom, and we have gotten so Teresa, Melissa, we've gotten so lucky. Potomac is like a Salt Lake these days, and Atlanta. What is really going? I mean, look, it's hard. I will give it to you. It is hard to have, and yeah, Crystal, blah, blah, but it doesn't matter. Crystal's on a franchise. And also Beverly Hills this season is going for Kumbaya, which, whether it's boring or not, I don't know, guys, but they're looking to take all that out of the mix. But I mean, like, look at Miami. It was on fire. No pun intended. Hey, Adriana, big shout out to my girl. Good friend of mine, Adriana Tamora. No, I mean, really, she's lovely. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I think if it was like I just don't. I think Potomac needs something. They need something. And I think they're going to try to send a message to people, to all the franchises. You better show up with your real shit. I think they're going to make a lesson out of Robyn. I could be wrong. I don't care. I don't have, she's a lovely person. I have nothing against her. My professional gut says we're over Rinna. No one's talking about Rinna. We're going to have the Beverly Hills isn't even in the middle of filming. We forgot about Rinna already. Who are the newbies? That's what we want to, I think when we announce the cast and there's no Robyn, people won't miss a beat. I think it's too late.
Well, they might want to see, you know, look, I mean, I kind of see Robyn gone, and, you know, that they all come for Giselle, and, you know, something comes out about Giselle, whether it's Jamal Bryant again, I can't even believe they didn't address on this. Now, maybe they weren't filming, but, you know, Jamal Bryant went viral earlier this season for basically saying that he wanted to attract more men of color to his church by doing a weed program where he was going to, like, help them become weedpreneurs, you know? And a lot of people were like, are you, you know, that's BS or what? I mean, you know, whether you agree or disagree, I mean, he's kind of, and I don't know, they are divorced, they're not dating, but they, you know, they had that whole, I don't know if it was real or fake, they were kind of dating last season. You know, it needs something. It's like these storylines they're not bringing to the table. And like we talked about, Giselle brought nothing this season. And I do think Candiace is out there working. Mia is such a mess. I think things are going to get really messy with that business. So they're going to keep her.
She's coming back.
The friend, I think, would be great. The Grand. I like Ashley Darby. I mean, people forget Michael Darby has currently filed a lawsuit against Candiace for these gay rumors, you know, that it's been detrimental to Michael's business.
Sure, like what this, because I mean, listen, traditionally, if you talk to a lawyer, if you look at case law, which us lawyers do, we look at precedent, saying someone's gay is not usually negative, defamatory, just in general. That's not, I mean, so he's gonna have to prove the damage of how it hurt the business. I mean, can you tell me how? I mean, is he is he like a straight porn actor? And I mean, I don't know. Like, how has that hurt the business?
Look, I was in DC for 15 years. DC is not a reality television town. It's different than Los Angeles. It's different than Vegas. It's different than New York. In those cities, you're kind of Atlanta. You are a star if you're on these shows. In DC, you're kind of shunned if you're on these shows. You're like, so I don't know this, but I'm just saying, you know, Michael Darby for years and years in Washington, D.C. has been a longtime real estate developer. It would not shock me if companies in D.C. do not want to be associated with him because of all the sex chat and talk and allegations and photos.
But that's different than saying it's because you sucked a dick. I mean, like, is it sex or is it the gay aspect? Because there is a difference then where you have to prove that there's conservative, that we would have done business with you if you had an affair and fucked 20 women, but we're not going to because you sucked 4 dicks. I'm just saying. I think that lawsuit's not going to win, but I don't think it's
probably, you know, way more than I do. Anyway,
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's fascinating in the P. And I kind of want Katie Rost back. You know, Katie Rost says that she's had sex with Charisse. She's working at this co-op in Bethesda, says she doesn't need to, but it's great for her mental health. I kind of want to follow somebody like that. But again, I don't know what her mental capacity.
Can you please call Katie? I'd like to have Katie Rowe. Let's put that on. I know it's my booking team has tried. I'm not going to get into specifics, but she's a weird one. She says yes, and then it just doesn't happen. You know what I wanted to talk about?
Tell me, baby.
That, like, it just goes to show you, and this will lead into Vanderpump of how nobody's really canceled, but like, there's no rules in Bravo, like, or at the entertainment business. If we want to make something, look at Adrienne Maloof fired because she didn't go to the reunion. I guess Lisa Vanderpump technically fired because she didn't go to the reunion. I mean, yeah, fired. Then we also have Jacqueline Morita, who didn't go to a reunion, who wasn't fired. Granted, they also filmed the next season already. First time in history where, like, they did a reunion, they filmed the whole next season. But we now have somebody who did not show up at the reunion. Her name is Mary Cosby. And she was fired. And now that the show is so desperate, and let's just be honest. In the top 5 or even 3 worst seasons of Housewives in history, I'm sorry, I think Salt Lake season 3, to me, is in the top 3. I could think of the OC for 2 seasons. New Jersey season 6, I am sorry. Amber and the twins, fucking great. I am going to do an unpopular opinion. I love Amber in real life. Yep, I'm a gay man who is friends with Amber. Figure that one out. I think the 2 seasons of the OC, the one with Dr. Jen, love you, Dr. Jen, and the one with Elizabeth Vargas, and this past season of the OC are the worst 3 Housewives seasons that have ever existed. So we have someone who's fired, because you get fired if you don't go to the reunion, and now Mary